New Year's Eve at SeaWorld. It is park open right now, 8 o'clock. And not that many cars coming in, surprising. Thought it'd be a little bit busier. Charging $38 for parking and 60 for preferred, so whew. If you come here, or even any SeaWorld Busch Gardens more than once, get a pass. It is well worth it. Alright. The park entrance is over here, so we'll head down. Not sure why all these people parked at the far end. So you just didn't know any better. And we'll pull through. Alright, let's head in. Hey guys, Theme Park Mark here. It is now New Year's Eve. So happy 2025 to everyone watching. Just parked at SeaWorld Orlando, which is where I'll be spending all day today. Got plenty of bandm coasters here to ride, including one of my favorites in all of Florida, Mako. Also see Pipeline, which was the new coaster for last year, the surf coaster. And there's also a new one for me to ride here, penguintrek, which is similar to Phoenix Rising in the sense that it is a B&M family coaster. Don't think this one's an invert though, unlike the one at Busch Gardens Tampa the other day. But similar in the sense that it is a family coaster made by B&M, which I don't think I'd ridden one up until this trip. So excited to get on many different coasters today. Doesn't look too busy right now, but I'm expecting crowds to come in later on for the New Year's celebration. Don't think I want to make it all the way to the end of the day, but I will certainly try. Got a big day at Universal tomorrow. So I'm excited to take you guys along with me for the ride as always, and let's giddy up. Not looking too busy just yet. It's about a half hour after park open. And here is Pipeline. That's where I'll be headed first. Looks like it is on 2 trains. I see a train on the brake run. I was hearing yesterday it was a 120-minute wait at one point. So I'm guessing it was on 1 train yesterday. And because the line for Mako was saying 20 minutes. So even with it being fairly crowded yesterday, Mako usually is kind of a people eater. It's running 2 or 3 trains. Alright, let's head on in, SeaWorld Orlando. So as a Platinum Pass holder, I can use this side entrance to get in rather than the main entrance, but there's not much of a line anyway, so it doesn't really matter right now. But it's a helpful tip for park rope dropping. The iconic lighthouse here in front of SeaWorld. A side entrance is nice to use when the lines are a bit longer. Obviously it didn't save me much time right now. I think I might head over to Pipeline. I'm also hearing Manta just opened as well. I know that can be kind of a mess later on in the day, so I would rather knock that out first if I can, so we'll see. I'm gonna head on in. Let's have a good day here at SeaWorld. So Manta is a B&M flying coaster. For those who don't know, B&M stands for Bollinger and Mabillard. So the coaster manufacturer makes a lot of these. And there's a lot of them in this park, so you'll be hearing me say B&M a lot today. Manta's a flying coaster, obviously. Very similar to Tatsu that I did last month at Six Flags Magic Mountain. This one, the pretzel loop, which it does have, is at the start of the layout. But it's not as intense as Tatsu's, but it's still pretty intense. Let's have a ride on this first. Beautiful line here for Manta as well. Let's have a ride, Manta. Got one side operating, but two trains. Another intense ride on Manta. Long wait on the brake run too. Probably the most scenic of the B&M flyers that I've ridden. Picturesque as well. You can kind of see it throughout the park. I'm gonna head on over to Pipeline next. All right, so here's Pipeline Surf Coaster, B&M surf prototype. I wish they build more of these in the future with more inversions, maybe taller. We'll see what they do. This is actually not bad for what it is. So I'll have one ride on it, and if the line's not too bad, maybe a couple rides. Pipeline. I just posted a 25-minute wait. Standing to the cattle pens a little bit, but just kind of straight on. So say maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes. What's up for ride? Pipeline. Let's go for a front row ride. Part right there. Alright, that was Pipeline, front row. Now, like I said, I'm really excited to see what they do in the future with this type of model. I feel like they can build them bigger, more inversions. There's just two on this. Good pops of airtime on it. You can kind of stand with your knees bent. The seat kind of swivels with you, so it's not locked in place like other B&M stand-up coasters. Good ride. So next, we're probably going to take a little chill out. A bit worn from the last 3 days at Disney parks. So gonna have a little chill out, and then no pun intended, might ride icebreaker after that. We'll see. All right, back at Pipeline after a bit of a chill out, and it looks like a walk-on. So get at least 1 or 2 more rides, and then move on to the rest of the park. Oh, this is definitely a walk-on. Back row. Pipeline. Actually, we'll do a front of the back row for a little bit of a better view. Front of the back car, anyway. Row 11. Mako. Icebreaker. It says 20-minute waits. This is a premier launch coaster, opened a couple years ago, I think. And it just has lap bars that used to be comfort collars, but the seats are still pretty tight. And if you're not sitting in like a front row, it's a pretty tight squeeze if you're an adult. All right, let's have a row 7 ride, which is the front of the car. Hopefully I don't injure myself entering the train. Kraken and kraken. Injury-free icebreaker. I mean, it's a family coaster, I guess, but then there's a height restriction. I don't know, it's a weird coaster. And if you're sitting in like row 2, 3, 5, 6 and whatnot, not in the front of the train, it's very tight to get in and out of. And yeah, you can easily injure yourself on it. Anyway, onward. I hear there's a B&M hyper around here, and I think it might be pretty good. I don't know. I'll have to see. Be the judge. Infinity Falls running today. It's actually pretty warm out, so it's a good day for it if you want to get wet. I do not. I'm going to continue on to a coaster. All right, now it's time to play. Let's see how many rides on Mako I can get before moving on to something else. Gotta pry me away from this. Mako, B&M Hyper. Let's have a ride. And probably a lot more than one. Alright, it's a 10-minute wait. And there's nobody at the bottom of the stairs, so it's a great sign. Probably less than a 10-minute wait. It's just up the stairs and to the station. Yeah, this is what I like to see. No wait for Mako. I'm gonna start with the front row ride. We'll actually have to wait a little bit for that, but move on to the other rows afterwards. All right, let's start with the front row ride on Mako. Yep, still my second favorite B&M Hyper. Doesn't dethrone Nitro, but it is very good. So much airtime. The trims on the mid-course brake kind of slows it down quite a bit. You don't get much airtime on that last hill. But I do kind of like the finale over the water on the other side. Anyways, I'm gonna get a few more rides on Mako and then continue on. There's still Kraken and Penguintrek to do. There's also Journey to Atlantis, but I don't know if I'm gonna ride that today. We'll see. Oh, walking on the back row. Mako, back row ride. to stop the fun. Got 5 rides in. I don't know how many POVs I'm gonna put in, but the rainstorm is coming in, so it's a great time for a break. Line's got a little longer too. It's now down to the bottom of the stairs. So yeah, break time, and then maybe penguintrek, or maybe back to Mako for more rides if the line dies down. That's what's next for me anyway. See the rain coming down. Not sure if it shuts down Mako or not. It's just don't want to get the glasses wet. This is a great place to sit down over here and chill, right by the water. Cheesesteak place right over there, and here's Mako. So I'm gonna have a chill out here until the rain stops, and we'll see what I want to do next. Yeah, I'm glad I stopped that Mako marathon. Holy cow. That Florida weather. All right, weather's cleared up, and I just can't help myself. Back to Mako for a few more rides. I'll check in with you guys afterwards before I head over to penguintrek. Mako. Line started getting a little bit longer. 6 rides I think is enough. Now check out the shark encounter here. No sign of sharks yet. Found one. Found 2. So remember how quiet it was this morning? Yeah, that's changed. Another B&M Kraken. B&M Forward. It is on an 85-minute wait right now. Yeah, the crowds definitely came in. I'm gonna check to see if there's a single rider for this. My friend is gifting me a Quick U unlimited single use that I'm gonna use for penguintrek in a bit. I'll see if I can get 1 or 2 rides on Kraken. So there's the single rider line. I doubt this is an 85-minute wait. To linger here for a second, see how many trains are running. But I don't know, it's hard to tell with the head movement, but that's like the last room before the station. So if that's moving around, then I doubt it's an 85-minute wait. Well, we'll just have to see how many trains are running on this.
That's handy.
So there goes one. So Kraken is indeed on 1 train. So I'm gonna do the single rider line. Hopefully it might be a little bit faster than the regular line. There's not too many people in it. Probably just have my 1 ride here on Kraken, and then I'll head back to Penguintrek, and maybe finish up at Mako. They're sitting on the brake run. I don't know, maybe it is 2 trains now? It is running 2 trains. Those are just a slow dispatch then. Huh. Interesting. All right, well, maybe I'll get 1 or 2 rides, or 2 or 3 rides on Kraken. If a single rider is pretty quick. All right, so updates. Single rider line is no longer a thing. I thought it was quick queue. So I'm gonna go back to the main line, wait it out. It is on 2 trains. So hopefully that'll keep the wait pretty low. So I'll have a ride on Kraken. It's a good sign so far. Still going. I think at this point it would probably be an hour wait. So I'm gonna doubt that 85-minute estimate. I'm gonna guess more like 30. I gotta say I'm very disappointed in the operations here at Kraken. Not the operators themselves, they're doing their best job. They got 1 person on each side checking restraints. And even though it's on 2 trains, it's stacking 2 trains for quite a while. So this actually was a 30-minute wait. So yeah, let's ride back row Kraken. back row ride on Kraken. It's a pretty funny moment there at the end. We were getting off the coaster and the gates didn't open. And everybody was just standing there. And the employee was standing next to me and I looked at him and said, "Oh, so I get to ride again then, right?" And he looked at me and he's like, "Oh." And he like flipped the switch and then the gates opened. He said, "I'm glad you reminded me. Otherwise, we all would have been standing here for a while." So that was good. And don't get me wrong, I understand it is New Year's Eve and staffing is probably an issue for pretty much everywhere. But yeah, that's the explanation for 2 trains and a 30-minute wait, even though there's not that many people waiting for it. If operators are moving a little quicker, we'll probably get it down to maybe a 10-minute wait or even close to walk on. That was the explanation for the wait. I'm gonna head on over to Penguintrek now and get my ride on that with the quick queue. And while I'm over here, I figured I'd show a coaster that I'm not gonna ride today. This is Journey to Atlantis. Sometimes get wet on it, sometimes not. If you sit in the front, you get soaked right there. On that part. It's just a small drop too, but water comes pouring over the edge. I just don't have an interest in possibly getting my glasses wet and ruined today on a water ride. This is Journey to Atlantis. It's actually a really good water coaster, one of my favorites. And I'll probably come back and ride it on my last day of this trip, which I don't have anything planned for, and my flight is at 5 o'clock in the afternoon out of Tampa, so I figured I'd come back to SeaWorld for some more rides. This is Journey to Atlantis. I'm gonna head back over to Penguintrek. Remember, this was closed off last year as they built this. Penguintrek. I finally found the quick queue entrance. There's a huge crowd out in front of it, so it's hard to find it before. It's right next to the main entrance. It's just, I couldn't see it before. Penguintrek. A new B&M. It's a family coaster, but looks okay. It has a nice little launch. So the ride broke down right as soon as I got in the line. But it looks like it's back up again. So we're heading in. Alright, this is my first ride on Penguintrek. Alright, front row ride, Penguintrek.
So that was Penguintrek, front row. It has a very noticeable rattle to it. It's shaking quite a bit, even in the front. So that's kind of surprising for it being a new coaster. I'm not sure what's going on there. Otherwise, the coaster itself was good. It was smooth, nice launch. I feel like it's good for kids here. A good addition to the park. Just gotta smooth out that rattle. Got some penguins here. But we're through quite a labyrinth to get out of here. Oh, going to the penguin exhibit. Oh, it's freezing in here. I think up next I'm gonna go back to Kraken and have one more ride on that. And maybe kind of wrap things up with some more rides on Mako before heading on out of here. Well, this is a mess. I'm just trying to exit a coaster and everybody got like clogged up back there. Couldn't even get by. I'm just trying to get out of here. It was a process just to get out of here. Wow. They force you to go through the penguin exhibit after exiting the ride. So that's not exactly my idea of well designed. Not sure why it was done that way. What do you guys think? Is Kraken the most intense coaster at SeaWorld Orlando? I'd say it is. Although Manta gives it a run for its money with the pretzel loop. I think overall, this is just more intense. Fun ride though. Alright, so after that Road 2 ride, we're gonna head on to Mako for my last rides of the day here before heading on out. That's what's next. The dolphins.
She's very little. She'll smile really big and it's
They have a dolphin show going on in the stadium, so I figured that was a good time to actually view the dolphins over here. And I was right. Usually that place is packed. Cannot forget my ritual. Petting the stingrays, the Stingray Lagoon. think this is the best spot right here. They all seem to be coming by. I'm gonna ride some more coasters now.
I will just at the top. So with that last sunset ride on Mako, that brings a sunset to my day here at SeaWorld Orlando. Got pretty much all the roller coasters in, except for Journey to Atlantis. Overall, it was a great day. The weather definitely cleared up after that crazy storm earlier. The park's open very late tonight because of New Year's. But I'm gonna head out right now because I want to get something to eat and don't feel like paying the expensive prices here at SeaWorld for a meal. And I also got to get ready for Universal, which is up next tomorrow. So thanks so much, guys, for watching as always. And with that, signing off from SeaWorld Orlando. Take care, guys.